All right. Should be live. You're watching Digitspin Crypto, best Electroneum channel on YouTube. Now, tonight we're going to talk about some really cool things. We got a lot to go over. Of course, I've forgot my phone and left it in the other room. But we're going to talk about the price, the new websites that came out, and a lot of the new features and functions. If you guys want to get a good overview of what's going to be happening with Electroneum, this is the show for you. So, the only thing I can tell you is get ready for Digitspin Crypto! Yay! I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digitspin Crypto.
Always love that song. Ooh, just love it. Let me pull up some of my details here. Well, we got quite a few people out there today. We'll check those out. So I want to talk about a few topics tonight, and it's going to be a pretty good show, I think. So we're going to talk about, is Electroneum going on Binance and Kraken? I got that answer for you. What about the Ledger Live and the Ledger for storing your coins? We're going to talk about the new sites, the AnyTask, the Donate Everywhere, the upgrade to the app, ANON 2020 show that's coming up on the 19th, the 18th, and some price action and positioning of Electroneum on CMC. So we're going to go over a lot of great things tonight. Let's take a look at the chat. It appears that I got my window too big. I'm going to move that puppy over so you can see, because I have this set up over here so you guys can kind of get a roll of the chat. And of course the amount of people that are on the site. Now, if you're new to Digitspin Crypto, you want to do yourself a favor. You want to subscribe. Click the bell notification. Let's see if I can do this here. Yeah, let's get me out of it. Subscribe and the thumbs up thing. You're going to want to do that because this way you can get all the greatest, newest, and exciting information about your favorite altcoins. Obviously, Electroneum, Ethereum Classic, Web Dollar, and we do a couple of other good coins also, BitTube and a few other fantastic altcoins. Of course, there's always Bitcoin and Ethereum. Can't forget those guys, they're always around. They don't seem to go away. So, it is what it is. Let's take a look here at the chat and see who we got going on. We're going to get right into it, but let me just take a quick look. See a lot of great folks out there. Phoenix Rising, #1, first guy on the show today. Congratulations to you, Phoenix Rising. Even Mr. Bean thinks you're pretty awesome, right? Yeah, you see, Mr. Bean says you're pretty awesome too. All right, Mike W, Timo, Buzz, David Egnor. Let's see what else we got out there. XXYY. We got Daniel's out there. Claudio's out there. Rick Viper Moto. That's right. Crypto Man, he's out there. So, and then we got Freestyling. He's out there too. So we appreciate you guys chatting with us and communicating through the chat. Let's get to the details and the specifics, and then we'll get to the chat and let you guys ask some questions, and we'll go over some good stuff. Now, first things first, Binance and Kraken. Is Electroneum gonna be on Binance and Kraken? Is that gonna be announced? And the answer is no. I asked Ali. I outright asked Ali. Is Electroneum going to be on Binance and Kraken announced? No, it's not going to be announced. It's not going to be on Binance and Kraken. Now, of course, you know, we all know that they're pursuing Binance. Maybe by the end of the year, if we're lucky. Kraken would be nice also. There's a lot of heavy lifting that Electroneum has to do first to be able to get things rocking and rolling. But that's not going to happen this week or next week. So let's get that just shuffled on out of here and get it out of here. Right, Mr. Bean? Right. He agrees. Now, let's see what else we got on the list. Next thing we want to hit AnyTask. Now, of course, AnyTask, everybody should know about AnyTask. AnyTask is the website for the new gig economy. And the nice thing about AnyTask.com is that anybody, literally anybody around the world can join up, put their skill set on AnyTask, and earn some value, something that they can spend. And they don't need a bank account. So this brings everybody in on the planet. If they got a cell phone, they have the ability. If they have somebody in their family that has a cell phone, they have the ability to earn some value from Electroneum, the top altcoin for this month. So keep that in mind. Now, AnyTask obviously has had an upgrade. That was last week. So a lot of you folks that are familiar with it, but if you haven't seen AnyTask, make sure you give it a shot. The concept behind AnyTask is to have a way to earn Electroneum, to be able to use your skill sets, no matter where you are in the world, to be able to produce and be able to receive value. The biggest problem is that, you know, they want to do this, and they try to go on Fiverr. And it tells them that's great, put in your thing here, and at the end it says, let's pay you, put your bank account here. You know, well, the guy in Southeast Asia is, you know, he's scratching his head, he's looking at his phone, Electroneum phone, and he's looking at his phone, and he's going, that's the problem, I don't have a bank account. So I can't participate? I can't be part of this world economy? Now he can. His Electroneum app on his phone, he can receive. So people around the world, they find a service that they want, they pay for it with a credit card. That credit card gets converted into Electroneum, sent to the gig worker. Now, the best thing about that too is that, you know, somebody that couldn't receive value today now can, and it's buying up Electroneum, making it more rare. I like when it gets more rare. There's a benefit to that. So you want to see those types of things happen. All right. So, you know, take a look at AnyTask. If you haven't been on it recently, there's been some upgrades and some pretty exciting stuff. Now, also saw that ETN Donate.com came online. What a wonderful, wonderful site. Another way Electroneum is changing the way the world works. You can go on to ETN Donate, take a look at it. You will find charities that have been that have applied and been approved by Electroneum on the site. And then you'll see right on the initial page, I don't know if they're just going to keep it 3 or 4 and keep it simple, but what I do notice is that the first 3 are they are, if you read here, Wonder Foundation also shares in the Electroneum block reward by being an Electroneum block validator. These are approved, they're running approved validation nodes and keeping the Electroneum blockchain running, secure, and functional. So they receive the mining rewards, and they're able to then use those rewards to make benefits to the people that they're trying to help. And so I do notice that. Now at the bottom here you can see all charities. If you click that, there will be additional charities that may or may, that are included that are not part of the Electroneum block reward, or should I say running a validating node. And for example, if you go down here, there was a new one that I saw, and that was the Goodwill Caravan, which is a nonprofit humanitarian charity. It covers refugee projects, including shelter, food, legal, and medical support in the UK and Greece. They obviously are at this time are not running a validation node, but they have their charity registration, and you can donate to them also. So if you want to see all the charities, make sure you click on that. Now the good thing, if you are from an NGO or a very specific type of charity that Electroneum wants to be able to support, you can apply. You know, and my suggestion is, you know, apply. And then you'll get some feedback. You may or may not be accepted. If you're an NGO, there's probably a much better chance of you being accepted. But even general charities that meet a certain standard, I don't know what that standard is. Only Electroneum does. I don't work for Electroneum. So, but you can apply now. And then, of course, there's a how-to guide. So if you're part of a charity, you know, give it a shot. If your charity, I guess, meets certain standards or what Electroneum's looking for, you know, you can get added to this. Now, the good thing about this is that you can go right to the charity that you want to donate, and you know, you can put in the amount of Electroneum you want to send. It'll tell you its dollar value, and you can put a comment in here. You know, like, we wish you much success, and you can confirm that, and it'll bring up a QR code. You take your handy dandy Electroneum phone or regular phone with the app on it. You would then bring up the Electroneum app, QR code, instant payment. They'll get a notification in a few seconds that they will that they're having their Electroneum sent to them. It'll show up on here, and the screen will close out, and you can send it. Even if you send 500 Electroneum. Now, we've had an amazing month, and I'm going to reach out to certain people watching the show. We've had an amazing month. We've been blessed, especially if you bought at the bottom. If you're one of those folks that bought at 0.02, 0.002, 0.003, or 0.004, maybe you feel that you're blessed also. And you know, even 500 Electroneum could make a difference to these charities. So spread a little love. Send them 500. You know, it's what, $4 if you can. And if you've been blessed with all of this price movement over the last month, maybe you can send 500 Electroneum. If you can afford it, 1,000 Electroneum. All right. Pass on the blessings to others that may not have had that opportunity. All right. Pick out one of these charities, send it out, and it's a fun experience. If you haven't used the instant payment, you'll get a kick out of it. It's worth sending the 500 just to experience the 500 ETN, the $4 just to experience the instant payment system on your Electroneum app. Give it a shot. Help out some people in need. If you were blessed this month from all the excitement. All right, let's get into the next thing, and we're going to talk about another website that Electroneum released, and that's the ETN Everywhere. Now, I kept calling it ETN Anywhere, but it's ETN Everywhere. What did I do? ETN Everywhere. Got to put a W in there, Dino. Everywhere. Now that's going to come up, and the neat thing about the Electroneum Everywhere or ETN Everywhere, it'll know that where you are. It'll come up in English or whatever language that you are. This is another amazing thing. This is now another way Electroneum is helping out the world and the coin. These are all the websites that encompass the Electroneum ecosystem, whatever turns on your excitement. You can donate, you can earn, you can instant payment. The blockchain is secure. It's not going to be 51% attacked. Can't happen with the new proof of responsibility. It's amazing stuff. And ETN Everywhere is another great step in Electroneum. ETN Everywhere, you can, pick out a country, wherever you are, that you're looking to be able to have an off-ramp and use your Electroneum. So you can search in any category and filter or what have you, and it'll come up. It'll show you stuff that's in the United States, and find different types of services that you may be looking for. There's also a mapping system where you can click near me and you can zoom in to whatever area that you want to find a service. So you got Casper Consultants there. Congratulations to you guys. Now I did put my company in there, but I haven't shown up yet in the Southeast. You got Los Angeles. You got another organization, Dev Technosis. And I'm pretty sure out in New York there was a few of them also. So these are all locations that you'll be able to go to and see all of the different types of businesses accepting Electroneum. Now, if you have a business and you want to accept Electroneum, you can do that. There are plugins. You can go right into this here and say, yeah, I want to use the plugins. And if I'm not mistaken, how to accept. You can find the merchant. There are resources here. So you can go right here into the e-commerce plugins, plug them into your favorite shopping cart system, WordPress, WooCommerce, Magento, Presta, OpenCart, Coin Payments, Virtue, Hika Shop. That one I haven't seen. J2 Store, Joom Donation, RD Descriptions. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. You got even simple Joomla donation plugins. These are all plugins. You can put them into your websites so that you can offer your products or services and have people pay for it with Electroneum. This gives an off-ramp. This is building a complete life cycle for Electroneum. You guys have really got to understand, Electroneum is building a complete life cycle. This is the only coin that's doing this. Electroneum is a top altcoin, and if you're out there thinking, what altcoin should I take a look at? You need to look at Electroneum. You're not going to get all the information here in this particular video, but I have tons of videos. I have hundreds of videos on the YouTube show. Go to my home channel. Don't forget to subscribe. You're going to want to do that. And take a look at some of those. Go read some information. Electroneum has a complete working life cycle for their product. It's relatively amazing. There's nothing else like it on any other top. You can go to the top altcoins. They can't produce or show you anything like this. None of them. And people putting their money into that nonsense. Here you have a working environment. It's safe, it's secure, it's AML and KYC compliant. So Electroneum now can communicate and do direct business communication and talks with banks and governments and retailers. Because they're compliant. They don't have to worry about, the people that are working with Electroneum don't have to worry about that they're going to be sending out or receiving coins that could be, tainted. They don't have to worry about getting a letter in the mail from the government saying you're funneling illegal funds. They know the Electroneum is accounted for and that it's a valid payment. There's a partial decentralized and there's a partial centralized, and that's how Electroneum works. You can do both. Now, if you're in the centralized part, where you're using the app, you get all these extra features. And this is the reason why Electroneum is a top altcoin. It's a top altcoin because it has the ability to integrate with these things. They have the ability to have a talk. Because they're not even going to talk to any of these other guys. Ain't going to happen. You're going to have to put a third-party buyer and seller in between. You go to these different web stores. Yeah, we accept cryptocurrency, and they have a list of different ones. You pay it. They're not accepting it. It's a third-party plugin that's taking that payment, cashing it out, and then sending the store cash. When you're working with Electroneum, when you're working with these stores, this everything that's in this ETN Anywhere, these stores are accepting Electroneum directly. You know why? Because they know it has a value. They know that they can turn it around and use it to pay off their cell phone. Maybe in certain countries pay electric or utilities. It's a complete ecosystem. You mark my words. You're going to be going into a place. You're going to walk into a place or go to a website and you're going to see, do you want to pay for this with Visa, MasterCard, or Electroneum? Bitcoin might be in there too somewhere at some point. Not as fast as Electroneum. Electroneum is going to get first mover advantage on this. If you're looking for an altcoin, you need to do more research on Electroneum. So, take a look at ETN Everywhere. See what it's got. It's a lot of great stuff. If you have a store, whether it's online or just a direct store, you can set it up and have a payment QR code sitting right there next to your register. They can pay it. Bloop, bloop. You can integrate the API into your point of sale system. Seen it done. As a software engineer, with relatively easy plugins. It's really not that difficult. The IT staff should be able to handle it. In worst case, you just have a QR code. They pay your QR code. Bloop, bloop. You scan it, pay it, you take a look. Yep, got my payment. Here's your bottle of water. 2 seconds, they walk out. And you know you're getting paid. Not waiting 10 minutes. 60 minutes for a confirmation. ETN guarantees it. You'll get the instant payment notification. 811 merchants already. 811 merchants already. Right here in the system. 153 different countries. Many different business categories. This thing's gonna blow up, guys. If you're looking at Electroneum, this is the type of stuff you want to look for. If you're looking for an altcoin, this is the type of stuff you want to look for. And if you don't see these types of things in other altcoins, you're buying the wrong altcoin. You're putting your hard-earned money into something that does nothing. That's not the case with Electroneum. And it's not like we're going to work on it. It's not like it's on our wish list. They have this stuff running right now, today. It's been running for months. You're going to learn a lot more. If you have time, make sure you click on the link in the description. Richard Ells is going to be at the ANON 2020 conference. And he's going to release all sorts of good information about Electroneum and tell us on what drives the market. It's going to be exciting. A lot of good stuff. Electroneum, what's in your wallet? This is important. These are the types of things you should be looking for. Yeah, it's a coin. Well, is it as good as Electroneum? Does it do the things Electroneum? Can you earn it? Can you spend it? It's crazy stuff. Now, if you're running the app, let's get into the next item. If you're running the app, whether it's on your Electroneum phone, whether it's on your regular cell phone, whatever you're doing, I like the Electroneum app. I like to use my Electroneum phone. I think it's pretty cool. You're going to want to take a look at that. You want to go to the App Store. You want to go to the Apple Play Store or whatever they got, the Apple Store, Apple iPhone download store. I don't know. You guys laughed at me last time. I don't know what the heck they call it. The Apple Store, I guess. And you want to update your phone. New features. New features, guys. New features on the app. So looks pretty much similar, but you got your top-ups now on there. Right away, it shows you your country, all the different. I can top up my AT&T and all sorts of stuff. So I can use my Electroneum. I can earn it on AnyTask. Do a couple of gigs. I can pay for my cell phone right there. I know Richard's been talking about being able to, in certain countries, be able to pay for utilities. You know, this is all big stuff. This is working. Electroneum. You got Ripple selling for 22 cents, 25 cents. Electroneum should be beating that. That's my personal opinion. You guys always ask me about my price. Well, I'm going to tell you today. There is no reason that Electroneum shouldn't be in the price range of Ripple. Does a lot more. It does a lot more. You can make money with those coins. Doesn't do what this does. They talk. Electroneum's, you know what? They haven't said anything. This is the reason why people don't know anything about Electroneum. Because you know what? They kept their nose to the grindstone. They've been working. I've been to their office. I flew to London just to see them. I flew there. I talked to the people. I saw all of the 30 to 50 employees sitting there at the desks working hard, designing, developing, interacting, communicating. Those guys are busting their behinds. Yeah, you know what? Do they miss the mark once in a while? Sure. Did they drop the ball once in a while? Sure. Did they create some amazing software and ecosystem that's secure, that's eco-friendly? The whole network, the whole Electroneum network runs off the electricity of one house. Sure. They've come out with a lot of great stuff. Worthy of being a top altcoin. I'm going to tell you something. I would not be surprised to see Electroneum be a top 10 altcoin. And I mean that. Because none of them are producing what's being produced. None of them can do what the Electroneums can do. And those people that are paying attention, those people that subscribe to Digitspin Crypto and get the newest updates and understand, took the time to understand what Electroneum does, what's behind it, the teams of people. It's not just 3 people. It's a team of 50 people running on Amazon servers. They've got plenty of cash in the bank. And they got a true product. That's a functional altcoin. That is the type of coin that I want to hold. Because worst case to worst, I can just go spend it. And that's how I'll know that Electroneum is bigger than anything else. Bigger than any of them. When I get my Electroneum and I'm able to walk up anywhere and hit a vendor and pay for things with Electroneum, that's it. I don't need to cash out anymore. When I don't have to cash out anymore, that's how you know a coin has become mainstream, and you can't argue with that. Electroneum's on their way, guys. It's on their way. Don't doubt it. Alright, let's take a look. I had a couple other topics I wanted to go over, then we're going to hit the chat. You can take a look here. The price the last 30 days has been phenomenal. That's just the last 15 minutes. Let's go to the day chart. That is what we're looking at in the last 25 days. It's been a reasonable climb. Today it just went berserk. The price just went crazy today. But these are the types of things that you want to look for. There we go. Let's take a look here. This is when it was at its lows, when everything was going on in the world there. Electroneum was working its way down. People starting to recognize it, reading it, understanding it. I think we're going to start to see true investors get involved with Electroneum because they start to see the value. And those people that were smart enough to buy in this area here, cleaning up for today, yeah, there's going to be a retrace. Come on, let's be realistic. You can see some of it right here up at the top. There's always a retrace, and that's a good thing. We want this to retrace, come back down 30%, float for a few days, then work its way back up again. That's what the important part is. But if you take a look here, you know, we were definitely over a cent today. You know, this was a coin that was, you know, 3 for a penny. Today it's 1 for a penny. You 3x'd. 25 days at 3x. This is pretty phenomenal stuff, guys. And on my Telegram channel, we had a poll. There was a whole bunch of answers. Some of the guys put in here. I said, when will Electroneum hit 1 cent? And there was a few guys that, I think we had like 70 people that answered, 60, 70 people. So I just want to let you guys know. Now, of course, in the description below, I run this Telegram channel. All right. I also run the Electroneum AnyTask channel here. But you want to go down in the description and you click on the link and you join the private Telegram for Digitspin Crypto. This is where everybody that watches the show communicates. I'm on there pretty much every day. And those guys that are on the show, that are in the Telegram channel, you can use it through your web browser, or you can download the app. They get all my thoughts first. And we talk about a lot of great stuff. It's a great channel. It's called the Digitspin FOMO Rocket Club. So it's a positive group. You'll find it very useful, and you can ask questions. There's a lot of dedicated folks there that are quite talented and knowledgeable to help out. But when we talk about all sorts of coins, anything you want to talk about, Bitcoin to whatever it may be. So you want to join up for the Digitspin Crypto Telegram channel. Of course, the Electroneum AnyTask is pretty cool, and there is Electroneum TV out there. But I had put back in here to the guys that said never will see 1 cent again. I told them that they are going to lose. They lost bigly, and Some of the guys put end of May. So those of you that selected end of May, obviously you guys were the big winners, or the big winners that you hit that. One of the options was very, very soon. Hang on, I got to go buy some more ETN. Those of you that picked that as your poll option are the really, really, really big winners. They were smart enough to say, wait a minute, I gotta go get some more Electroneum before it hits a cent. So, and there was other options, the end of the year, 3 months, next year. So it was exciting. But the good news is that it did hit a cent today. So that's pretty exciting. So join up. It would be great to see you there. And we're looking forward to talking with you on Digitspin Crypto Telegram channel. This is good stuff. Right, Mr. Bean? Right. All right. The other cool thing, too, is if you go to CMC, let's take a quick look. The Electroneum is starting to... wow, that's not what I was looking for. I think Electroneum was in the 60s, 70s. Where are we? Let's take a quick look. Electroneum, 63rd position. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Was it 70% today? Yeah, they're showing a 70% change. Just today alone, 70%. Big pump today, I guess. So that's a really great thing. That's more like the position that Electroneum needs to start off in. And I wouldn't be surprised over the next year to see Electroneum in the top 20. So look into it before it's too late. What's in your wallet? All right, let's turn it over to the chat. Let's see what you guys got going on. I don't have the ability to pop it up on the screen. I guess it said that I used up all my access points through YouTube. I guess they gave you so many access points, and I have so many connectors and what have you that it wouldn't let me hook that up today. So let's take a look and see what we got here. I'll start where we are, and then I'll work my way backwards while you guys are putting in new questions. So let's type that in there. Questions now. Okay, I'll type that in and send that out. All right, let's go take a look. All right, see, Munix is out there. Also, we got some new folks. Looks like we have over 50 people watching. That's pretty exciting. Thank you, everybody. Really, I appreciate it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just talking to myself out here in a straw hat. It's great to know that you guys appreciate the show enough to come visit me on my live streams, and it's exciting for me, and it feels that it's worthwhile for my effort. So I do appreciate each and every one of you that have done that. So thanks, appreciate you. All right, so we got a question here from Schmugglard. Where can I buy Electroneum? I'm in the U.S. Right now you're going to be limited. Electroneum is working on securing a U.S. exchange. They're going through the process. They're pursuing it, is how they express their action. And they are pursuing it. It's going to take them a little bit of time. Right now, you can get the coins. If you take a look at CoinMarketCap and you click on it, you go to coinmarketcap.com. You can click on that, and then you can go to markets, and it'll be in the little market pairs. Let's just do reported volume. Let's move my head out of the way, and you'll see here there's KuCoin, Huobi Global, Liquid, BitBNS. Now, some of these are not exactly excited to let U.S. citizens in, so you may have some issues there. I do know that Trade Ogre will let you in, and they seem to be they're a really good site. And they did a lot of volume today. Usually, you know, they don't do a whole lot of volume. I'm surprised, but I'm going to tell you something. I really like Trade Ogre, and I would recommend them. You know, they haven't asked me to say that or anything like that. But I've been impressed. I know that when Electroneum has rolled out updates, Trade Ogre is like the first one to get it done. Whoever runs it knows what they're doing. That's all I can say. You know, I can only tell you that they know what they're doing. The coders are good, and I've never had any problems with it. The only big thing is usually it doesn't have a lot of volume, but they've been working their way up and getting to be known as a good exchange. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd love to be able to get them on my show. I might send them out an email because they've always impressed me for a small exchange. They've always impressed me. So, but usually it's smaller amounts, but there's obviously a decent amount of volume on them right now where you could easily perform a relatively nice trade there on Trade Ogre. So give them a shot, take a look through this here, and see which ones work for you. But I know you can use Trade Ogre. I hope that answers your question. Let's take a look. See what else we got out here. Oh boy. It says here that the video and audio are out of sync. Feel like I'm watching a kung fu movie. Crypto man. That's really weird. Can't explain that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe I'll do some test recordings. So if my audio is out of sync, I apologize. There's nothing I could do about that. I'll take a look at my broadcasting system, see what's going on. I think I gotta upgrade the video card. The one that's in there is pretty pathetic. I'm gonna have to throw an RX 580 or something in there. I got plenty of those laying around, so I'll take a look at that. Let's see. Matthew Gray. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Matthew Gray's out there. How you doing, Matthew? Good to see you. Matthew has a great channel on YouTube, 99 cents. Does a lot of great videos on different types of coins. You might want to check them out and see if that's for you. Matthew Gray says, where do you see Electroneum in a month? And I don't know. I don't have my crystal ball. I got my Electroneum mug. Let's look at the tea leaves in the bottom of the cup. I see Electroneum still here with us. You know, I have no idea where Electroneum will be. You know that, Matthew. What I could say is that it's my personal opinion that I believe that the community, cryptocurrency community, is going to start to look into Electroneum. When you have price movement the way it is, when you have fully qualified solutions like Electroneum has that nobody else has, there's going to be a percentage of people that are going to get involved. Where do I think Electroneum could be at some point in the future that I don't know what it is? It's my gut feeling that we can easily see that 5-6 cents again in the future, years from now. You know, going forward, do I think Electroneum's a top 20 coin? Absolutely, 100% guaranteed. I really feel that. And now I sound like Nagaboa. Guaranteed, right? So I have to change that word because I can't guarantee anything. I really do feel that they deserve to be there. So I had to strike that and change it to I deserve. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. I do believe that they deserve to be in that location. So let's hopefully see them there. I would not be surprised to see Electroneum in the top 20. And so your question was more on where it is next month. I'm hoping that Electroneum continues to hold that 1 cent price. I think over the balance of this year that see, this is a really tough thing because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening, and if you have an economy that crashes, a world economy that crashes, if you start to have economic woes throughout the countries and they start pulling down banks and all this other stuff, it's going to affect cryptocurrency, Bitcoin all the way down. So the answer to that is, if all things were in a normalcy, in a normal position, you know, I definitely want to see the 1 cent by the end of the year. I'd like to see Electroneum back to that 3 to 5 cent range. That's where I would like to see it at some point, in a reasonable amount of time. Okay. When Coinbase, Crypto Dog. So you didn't reach the... I answered this in the beginning of the show. Kraken, Coinbase, Binance. None of that's gonna happen right away. Ain't gonna happen. I asked Ali. He told me point blank, no Kraken, no Binance next week. Give them to the end of the year. Let's see. Pat on the back, Dino. This is from Gary Stephen Jones. Pat on the back, Dino. Your live with Mike and Ali was pretty partially responsible for the pump. It's a community effort to bring out the information, and it's the community that creates the pump. The community does. We, us YouTubers and influencers and the Twitter guys, you got Plankton out there, you got the doctors out there, and you got all sorts of folks, and they spend a lot of time, cheering on their favorite coin and trying to let everybody else know, hey, there's an opportunity here for you. We feel lucky to be involved and to participate with Electroneum by holding the Electroneum coins. And, we just want to see everybody else, have the same opportunity that we do. So we all just spend a lot of time just letting everybody know about it. You make the decision yourself. You're gonna have to make that decision yourself. But the truth of the matter is when you look into what Electroneum does, you look into the websites that are created to make an ecosystem around the coin, you look into the security, you look into the eco-friendly nature of it, you look into the miners who are NGOs that are doing, the miners are people that are earning rewards that can do some good in the world. It sells itself. You want to be part of this. You want to be part of it. That's the reason why the Electroneum fans are just so freaking crazy. They love Electroneum. They just want to be a part of it. It's just so fantastic. And they're really, I mean, they know it's a top dog. And they want to be part of it. Simple as that. All right. Let's see here. Sync is fine on mobile. All right. So some people are getting the sync in, some aren't. Okay. I'm glad that's worked out. All right. You want to know me? Is out there. Carl Ultra. Carl Ultra says, hey Dino, it seems like now that Chris Gorman is gone, ETN instantly started to go up. What do you think of that and departure? The price going up has nothing to do with Chris Gorman. Chris Gorman, Dr. or Mr. Chris Gorman, OBE, is a really talented and dedicated guy. And it's because of the efforts of Dr. Gorman and what he's done in the past is why Electroneum is partially where it is today. He did his part to bring it to where it is today. And it was his chance, his time to work on to something else. And of course, he had the health problem that he had to deal with. And if it wasn't for his efforts and the things that he was able to bring to the table and help Electroneum get to, none of us would be benefiting like we are today. So I personally have a big hand of gratitude to Dr. Chris Gorman, OBE, for all of his efforts. And I'm sad that he's gone. But you know, everything moves on, and everybody will be in the right place where they need to be. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh, oh, you guys dropped in a whole bunch of stuff. All right, let's see here. Jerry Mouse isn't happy with Binance. Brent is saying, Dino, now that the world economies are going to struggle, I believe we are in the perfect position to make a difference to millions of lives. Long live ETN. Congratulations to you. I like that idea. Absolutely. Jerry Mouse was saying, geez, I was trying to get 1 million coins before it got to 1 cent. Gee whiz. Yeah, being able to buy it at those low prices was a gift. I kept telling everybody on my Telegram channel, yeah, you know, these prices, I know it may not sound like it, and there's people out there that don't understand, but this is massively undervalued, and you need to remember that. All right. Let's see here. Phoenix Rising says, Dino, do you use or believe that the paper wallet is safe? Can you check your balance of the paper wallet? Will the app ever support such a service? All right, so that's the hard part. Obviously, when you download the app for the paper wallet manufacturing, you disconnect your network so that you're not online. Nobody can be looking at your screen or copy it down. Create your wallet, and then you move your Electroneum through the QR code to your paper wallet. So here's the rub. If you wanted to take a look, once you start poking into it with your keys, you have to transmit them. Now, once you've transmitted your keys out into the wild, I know it's going to Electroneum, but once you transmitted keys to the wild, you've now theoretically compromised your paper wallet. So you want to put stuff out there. Now, you only want to, one time only, to bring in your paper wallet and put it back into your app, and then you throw that paper wallet away. You don't put more money back on it or anything else, because that can be compromised once you've read it or transferred funds out of it. It becomes worthless. So you want to take the whole thing out or the whole thing in. Now, how do you get around that? Well, you can go to the GitHub and get the Electroneum GUI wallet or the CLI wallet. The GUI wallet's a lot easier to work with, especially if you're new. And you can then put the information into the GUI wallet of your paper wallet, and you can see your coins. You know that they're there, and you can transmit funds from that paper wallet in and out, because it's now on the GUI wallet. Why is that safe? Well, it's safe because the GUI wallet, if you set it up as a download and you download the blockchain, takes a little time, you're literally a node on the network. You're talking to all of the validation nodes and all the other wallet nodes that are out there. So you're literally attached to the blockchain. All right, so when you send your data, you're sending it right to the blockchain. You're not sending it across the internet, and it's going to Electroneum, and then it goes to a database, and then it pulls it up. You can get compromised that way. But when you're talking directly to the blockchain, that's not going to happen unless your PC's got a virus or something like that, and then all your wallets are at issue. Now, what I suggest there is I just keep a laptop. It does nothing. I install no other software. It has no email. I don't browse on it. It does nothing. Zero, zip, zilch. But run the wallets and it gets closed up and secured away, and it gets turned off when not in use. So it's not even on the internet. It's not available to poke and prod on, and then that gets put away. The ledger keys get put away in different locations, so I don't have to worry about it. All these parts and pieces have to come together so that I can access any of my cryptocurrency. If you lose any of the parts and pieces, that's on you. But that's the most secure way, and the way you can use and see your coins on your paper wallets. Yep, Buzz Beekeeper says, somehow many altcoins gained against BTC. So can ETN. Yes, I did notice it's starting to be somewhat of an altcoin season. So I don't think it's not there yet. From the last time I went through it, this is not an altcoin season, but there is definitely some motion going on regarding altcoins against BTC. I'm starting to see that also. Obviously, Electroneum was just, way up in space, and was the most successful. But there's a lot of coins that are starting to gain on BTC. You want to know me says, I'd love to see you have a conference with Crypto Lark. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. But I have not had a chance to communicate. Whoa, we got a monster. Let's see, we got a chat. How's it going? So I want to thank Aslan Stefan Mahi for a super chat of $5. That's really generous of you. We appreciate you. Give you a big applause. It's always good to get a super chat. And he wants to know how's it going. I'm doing all right. I had my dealing with my business. I had to shut down from all the excitement. I'm just starting now to bring in some of my artists and associates to kickstart my business back up. So that's been pretty exciting to get that going. I think we closed a pretty big deal today. And so that was pretty exciting. So luckily we'll start to get things back together. Good health, and the family's doing well. I hope you're doing good too, Ozan. And I do appreciate you with the super chat. Okay, let's take a look where we were. Sorry, I had to go to the preference on the super chat there. Okay, now. Just gonna go through everything, make sure I didn't miss anything else. Asan is from Romania. That's great. I have a lot of folks that I interact with from Romania. I work with the guys there for WebDollar, and I help them out as much as I can. They're a good group of folks, and it's a pretty cool project. All right, exciting movement. I like that, Lark. Gary Stevens says, I like Lark, but he talked bad about Electroneum a year ago. All of the YouTubers talk bad about just about all of them. Only the ones that have taken the time to really find out what Electroneum's about. They hear it from another YouTuber, and then they just go, I don't like that. And they spew off one or two crazy things, and they, basic things, maybe that were that's like 2-year-old news. And they haven't taken the time to look into it. It's like you asking me if I, like RoboCoin. The answer is I'm not into coins on the 10th, 12th, 5th, 20th page. I haven't looked at it, so I can't give you an honest opinion of what it's about. They need to make a video, so they go on the internet and they watch their favorite YouTuber who says that they don't like it, and then they just spew off with the same stuff instead of taking the time to learn about it. asking somebody that knows about it. So yeah, I'd talk with them, set them straight. All right. Let's see here. You want to know me says, are you going to add your business to the ETA payment system? Yeah, I've already did that. I've already applied my business to ETN Everywhere.com, so I can be found on the interactive chart, and we'll be starting to accept Electroneum. I've been working with I used to do all the web development myself, being I have 30 years of software engineering and hardware engineering, and I don't have the time to do that, so I have an engineering firm that keeps maintenance of the back end and services and security and all that good stuff, and I had people and staff that would take care of the content, but the version of the system that I'm using does not have the hooks, and I would have to have the API plugin created. So as soon as I get a chance, it'll probably cost me $1,000 or something to have the code updated and to make the plugin for Electroneum. So as of right now, we're going to do it manually. So that answers your question. Pedro Germello says, God bless you, Dino. I appreciate that. I could use all the blessings that you guys can muster. Because I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. Alright. Let's see here. Most YouTubers are clueless. They just want attention and super chats, says Crypto 976. Rob Harley just says, I love Electroneum. We got ourselves another from Marhog Snillock, $4.99. He didn't put in a question, but he did put in a fancy a fancy little guy dancing there. I don't know if it's a chicken. What is that thing? A pear? It looks like a pear with a headband. Well, we want to thank you, Marhog Snillock, for sending in that super chat. We're glad you appreciate the content of the show, and I hope you enjoy all of the other videos that I have out on there. It's people like you that make me feel good, and I appreciate that. There's a little monster. There it is. That's from Marhog Snillock, donated $5 through super chat. I think I'm going to extend the time frame on that. I think I should let that run for like a minute or two. That's pretty cool. I like the little monster. I was thinking of making one where you could do it and a little pie comes up and hits me in the face after somebody donates like $100. Get hit in the face with a pie. I'm sure a lot of you want to do that, right? Let's see here. Is there going to be, you want to know, he says, is there going to be an affiliate for Electroneum to go to business help to help them with add ETN? Can't wait for a gas station to add Electroneum. Yeah, no, you know, that's a good thing. You know, the truth of the matter is Electroneum has made the API robust enough where it's got manuals and instructions, and you can just code it right in. Relatively easy. You set up some variables, you send it out through the API, it gives you a response. You configure your backend, you configure your API, they know they can talk to each other, and it's relatively not that hard. If it's somebody that's just starting out, you know, that's a good service to provide, especially on AnyTask. And I wish I had the time to do all these things. You know, I get sad about it sometimes. I'd love to be writing code with all this stuff and doing things, and I've chosen to do my shop where we make displays and props and other stuff, which is also a deeply rewarding service that I provide with my staff. So we get to make a lot of fun and exciting stuff. So it's been equally rewarding. But yeah, sometimes you'd like to get your hands back into it. So Reaper saying, hey, wow, we're at 110 sats. on Huobi. That's a good thing. Is it really? Are we really? We're making it back up. Huobi, I see. What do I got here? 95 sats. It's showing here on the chart. So 94. It's selling. Buys at 95. So that's still pretty good, though. There's a lot there. Let's see here. Let's close this. Get rid of that. Okay. So Asif Raza goes, how much did it go up today, Electroneum? Yeah. Hey, you guys, will you let this guy know how much Electroneum went up today? Can you please explain the chart? It went up a reasonable amount today. Take a look, Asif. Go in there. But I think we were up probably, like, I think it was like 75% or 70% today. So it's a big sign. Frederico Laboy says, Dino, do you think the haters of Electroneum will change their minds in the future? No. They're professional stooges. There are people out there that just enjoy poking you with a stick. For some reason, it fulfills a deep-seated need to upset others and just to poke you with a stick. You know, ignore these people. Block them, whatever you want to do. Get rid of them. They don't need them in your life. Now, that doesn't mean somebody comes up and says, hey, I have a question. How does this work? I don't see this working out. I don't think this is a good idea. There are people out there that literally just sit there and poke. All I want to do is, I'm gonna poke you in the eye. I'm gonna poke you in the eye. I'm gonna poke you in the eye. I'm gonna poke. And it's like, get off me, you damn rat fink. Poke. No, you're not gonna change their minds. Yeah, there's no mind there to change. They're just rattling off bullshit. And it doesn't matter. The coin, you could hand that person a bar of gold and they would complain it's not polished. So don't even bother. Let's see. Yeah, so Jerry Mouse says, yeah, it's popping. The price is popping. Simon Bill goes, we love Electroneum. Let's see what else we got here. 70%. Cryptoman says it was up 70% today. Yeah. Jerry Mouse says don't get too crazy about the hype, and it's important. You know, it's kind of a thing that you should always know. If you're into crypto or if you're new to this, stuff goes up and down all the time. When you have a peak, when you have a run like this, now over the last 30 days, it's been phenomenal, and this is a nice steady incline. What we saw today would be considered just a rocket, a launch. And whenever you have a launch like that, you can't go up that fast without some retracement, and you've got to have a little bit of time in between to let the dust settle. It's this down here. Let's try this hand. This down here, this growth was really good and reasonable. It was a reasonable climb as we went along, and it worked out really well. And as soon as you get to this parabolic rise, as soon as it peaks out, it's like a rocket, shoots up, it's got to come down. So don't get all super excited. Don't get all bent out of shape if it retraces 50%. Because even at 50%, it's like Bitcoin. You guys see it happen all the time. It shoots up to 10,000, comes back down to 5,000. Then it goes up to 11,000, comes back down to 5,500. Goes up to 12, comes back down to 6. That's part of the process. But in all honesty, the good news is that now you have some price movement. This gives the opportunity to traders. You get more people involved. Hey, there's a way to make some money with Electroneum. It's got some volatility. Traders love volatility. That's how they trade. That's how they make their money. You know, they wait for the little dips. They sit there and they squirrel their face into the screen all day, and they're like, oh, look at that. All right, I'm going to buy here, and then I'm going to sell here, and oh, look at this chart, and all right, the MACD says to buy it. I don't know, let's take a look at the order book. All right, I got more buys than sells, and MACD looks good. All right, I'm going to go in at this position, and I'm going to sell at this position. You know, that's what they do all day. You know, me, I'm out there sweating like a slave, making stuff, sanding things, CNC routing things, designing things on the computer. That's how I make my money. So that's the way it goes. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Go back down around a half cent. Bye. I remember buying it at 17 and 19 cents. Wow, 17 and 19 cents. That's you know, it's my opinion. I don't know when it'll happen, but it's my opinion that Electroneum should have a value equal or better than XRP. So it's my belief that one day you will definitely see 18 and 20 cents again. I'm holding out for $1. I want to see $1. I can pay off my house, maybe get a new bicycle. By the time that happens, I guess I'm getting a tricycle. One of those old guy tricycles. Jing, 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 jing. Watch out, crazy guy in a hat coming through. Let's see. You want to know me? Says, can contracts be on ETN like ETH? Can ETN be locked up in contracts? No. Electroneum is not an infrastructure coin. It's a store value. It's a functional coin. Two different things. Two different animals. All right. Let's see. Jerry Mouse goes, yeah, it's best to buy at the dips and hodl. What's that rap song? That's the hodl song, right? Whole gang song. Whole gang. Marhog Snillnot goes, same, what? 1 million coins currently. $1 is the money. He's told them for that $1. Yeah, $1. That would be a big benefit in my life. $1. Yeah, you know, 10 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Electroneum at $10. You know, one day far in the future, it wouldn't shock me one bit. It wouldn't be. If Electroneum, let's say, 10 years from now, Electroneum's at like $10 or $12, $15, and somebody said, yeah, Electroneum's $15, I'd be like, that's about right. It wouldn't shock me one bit. It just wouldn't shock me. Jeremy says, I'm going to buy back at 10 cents once it gets stabilized. Good, all right. Well, at least you have a positive plan of action. I'm glad that that's going to work for you. Phoenix Rising says, yeah, I'm holding for $1 too, Dino. Yeah, I'll actually never get rid of all of my Electroneum. I think at $1, I'd probably sell 30%, somewhere around there. I'm going to hold out for the $10. Asif Rasa goes, hold the ETN with a strong hand. This is the king coin of the year. No, it's an altcoin you need to be taking a look at. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. There's value there. You guys crack me up. All right, 10:45. We started at 9:30. That's an hour 15 minutes. I think we went over our standard broadcasting schedule. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Don't forget to go down to the description. Click on the Telegram link for the private Digitspin Telegram channel. Interact with the guys there and myself in between shows, and get all of my thoughts and ideas before anybody else does. Those are the smart guys. They know what's coming before it gets onto a show. And don't forget to donate to ETN Donate. If you bought down here at the bottom, If you bought down here at the bottom, I think that you could cough up $5 and help somebody that could really use it and help make a difference to some other folks around the world. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I really do. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast. Thank you very much for all the super chats. That was really wonderful to the guys that did the super chats. That was really thoughtful and wonderful. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.